Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Almighty God, the most compassionate and the most merciful, I welcome you all, my dear lovely brothers and sisters. Today it is our 7th lecture on trigonometric basics, and definitely we will have our examples and numericals on application of the trigonometry. The first question: a tree breaks due to a storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degrees with it. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. What does it mean? It means, suppose this is a tree, for example. Now, this tree height is, we don't know. It is h. Now, due to a storm, the tree broken down. For example, it broke this part, and this top, the tree touches the top of the tree. This top touch the ground, making an angle of 30 degrees. This one bends. This one bends to the what? To the floor, and it makes 30 degrees. Now, if this is our tree and this is our ground, we don't know the height. It's h. Now, if this one broke down, suppose this one, the broken part, and one of the parts touch the ground, and it makes 30 degrees. Now, you have to find the what? You have to find the height of the tree, in which where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. This is the top. The top touches the ground about 8 meters. This distance is 8, and we don't know this one. And the question is the height of the tree. If I nominate this one A, this is B, and this one is C, what do you think? What is the height of the tree? I think the height of the tree is AB plus BC. AB plus BC. Am I right or not? Yes. The height of the tree is, some part is touched with the ground and some part still stands. So H is this part plus this part. This is the h or height of the tree. First, we have to find this BC. Second, we have to find AB, and the summation of AB and BC, that's our height. So, what do you think? For 30 degrees, if you want to find BC, what BC stands for? BC is our opposite. What 8 stands for? It's our adjacent. The definition between opposite and adjacent, that is, I think, tangent. So in here we have to define tangent. Tangent of 30 degrees is BC upon 8. Am I right or not? Yes, definitely. Now, what tangent 30 degrees is? It is 1 divided by root 3 is equal BC, we don't know, divided by 8. Now you have to solve for BC. BC is 8 divided by root 3. Am I right or not? Yes. Now BC you have found. Now you have to find AB. How we should find AB? AB is our hypotenuse, and our given options, the BC is also given, which is 8 divided by root 3, and adjacent is also given. Now it's your choice. If you want to find opposite divided by hypotenuse, or adjacent by hypotenuse, doesn't mind. What should I define? Let me define adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse, it's cosine. Cosine of this degree, cosine of 30 is 8 divided by AB. From here you have to find AB. Now cosine of 30 degree is root 3 divided by 2, 8 divided by AB. Am I right or not? Yes. Now cross multiplication, root 3 AB is 2 times 8, it's 16. Divide both sides by root 3. AB is 16 divided by root 3. Now our height is what? AB plus BC. Height is AB is 16 divided by root 3 plus BC is 8 divided by root 3. Am I right or not? Yes. So H is, as a factor, we have 1 divided by root 3. The remaining is 16 plus 8. Now H is 16 plus 8, 24. 24 divided by root 3. Now what the unit is? Unit is, I think, meter. Write it, please. Question number 2. A contractor plans to install 2 slides for children to play in park. For children below 5 years, she prefers have a slide whose top is at a height of 1.5 meter and inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Whereas for elder children, she wants a steep slide. It means a fast slide at a height of 3 meters and inclined an angle of 60 degrees to the ground. What should be the length of the slide in each case? Indeed, we have 2 questions. First, we have a contractor. She wants to install 2 slides. First, for children. For children, the height is 1.5 meter. This is 1.5 meter and this is the slide. The slide angle is 30 degrees. Second, she wants another slide which the height is 3.5 meter and the angle is 60 degrees. This is height is 3 meter and inclined angle is 60 degrees. The first one is 30. Now, what is the length in both cases? In both cases, what is the length? This is the length. And this is the length for the second case. Now, what do you think? If this one is L1 and this one is L2 for 30 degrees, what options is given? First, we have opposite, and the question is hypotenuse. Definition between opposite and hypotenuse, it is what? It's sine or maybe cosecant. Both of them are same. Just in definitions they are same with reciprocal. Now we have to define sine or maybe cosecant. Sine of 30 degrees is 1.5 divided by L1. Have you got? Yes. Now what sine 30 degrees? It is 1 divided by 2 is equal 1.5 by L1. Now L1 is 2 times of 1.5. L1 is 2 times of 1.5. It is 3 meters. So the first length is 3 meters. Second, we have opposite and this one is hypotenuse. Opposite with the hypotenuse, it's once again definition of sine. Sine of 60 degrees is equal to 3 divided by L2. Am I right? Yes. Sine of 60 degrees is root 3 divided by 2. 3 by L2. Now cross multiplication. We have 2 times 3 is 6. Divide both sides by root 3. So it would be L2 is 6 divided by root 3. Or we can write 6 root 3 by 3. by conjugation pairs. And this is 2. L2 is 2 times root 3. What root 3 is? 1.7. This one is 1.7. L2 is 2 times 1.7. It is 3.4 meter. So the first length is 3 meter and the second one is 3.4 meter. And in 3.4 meter we will have a steep slide, which is for elder children. I think you have got. Write it, please. Question number 3. The angle of elevation of a top of a tower from a point on the ground, which is 30 meters away from the foot of the tower, is 30 degrees. Find the height of the tower. What the question is, suppose this is our ground and this is a tower. This tower, it is foot of the tower, and this is called top of the tower. We don't know the height of the tower. The height is not given, h. You have to find this one, in which the angle of elevation. What is angle of elevation? Listen to me. Suppose we have a person on the ground and we have a tower here. Now horizontally he looks at this part, which is let me have A, this is B, and this is C. Horizontally the height of this person is AB. Am I right or not? Yes. The height of this person is equal to AB. Now he looks to B part, then once again he looks to the top part. This alpha is called angle of elevation. What is angle of elevation? The angle between the horizontal line and the top one. This is called angle of elevation. We have one thing more, angle of depression. What is angle of depression? This is what? Angle of elevation. What is angle of depression? Suppose we have here a building. We have a balcony here. Now there is a person which is located in this one, in this floor. Now we have something, suppose what? This one. Now horizontal line of this person is here. We have here A, we have B, and we have C. Horizontally he or she looks to the B point, and then she looks to the foot of the tower. This angle is called beta, which is angle of depression. I think you have got. What is angle of elevation? From horizontal line up to the top one. What is angle of depression? From the horizontal to the foot of something. That's called angle of depression. Now in here our question is angle of elevation of a top of a tower from a point on the ground. We have, this is our ground. From some point, the angle of elevation, what does it mean? It means from foot up to the top. This angle is angle of elevation and is 30 degrees. Am I right? Yes. Now which is 30 meters away from the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. This point, which is A, it is 30 meters away from the foot of the tower. This is the foot. From the foot, this one is 30 meters away. Now you have to find the height of the tower, which is h. What do you think? We have a right angle triangle or not? Yes. Now for this 30 degree, what edge is? Opposite. What 30 meter is? Adjacent. Definition between opposite and adjacent. It is obviously tangent. Then we have to define tangent of 30 degree. What is tangent of 30 degree? H divided by 30. What's the value of tangent 30? 1 divided by root 3. H divided by 30. Now cross multiplication, we have 30 and h is 30 divided by root 3, or 30 root 3 divided by 3, which is, after cancellation, 10 root 3, and the unit is meter. Why? Because before this 30 was given in meter. I think you have got. Write it, please. Question number 4. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meters. What does it mean? Suppose this is our ground and we have a kite here. This is a kite. It is 60 meters above the ground. The height is this one, h is 60 meters above the ground. Now, the string attached to the kite is temporarily tied to a point of the ground. This is our ground, and this is the string of the kite. This is temporarily attached to the ground. Yes. The inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degree. This is our inclination degree and it is 60. Find the length of the string. This is the length, L. You have to find this one, and assuming that there is no slack in the string. What do you mean by slack? Slack means loose. It means there is no loose. It means it is tied firmly. It is completely tied. I think you have got. Now, you have to find the length of the string. Okay. Now, what do you think? For 60 degree, what options are given? First, we have h, which is opposite for 60. Second, the question is the L, which is hypotenuse. Definition between hypotenuse and opposite is, I think, sine. So you have to define sine. Sine of 60 is h divided by L. Now, sine of 60 is, h is 60. L we don't have. Sine of 60 is root 3 divided by 2, which is 60 divided by L. Now root 3 times L, 2 times 60, 120. Divide both sides by root 3, 120 divided by root 3. Or we can write 120 root 3 divided by 3. Am I right or not? Yes. How we can write that one? Multiply numerator and denominator by root 3. Root 3 with root 3, this is 3, and 120 root 3. So you will have 340. L is 40 root 3 meter. Write it, please. Question number 5. A 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. Now, the angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of the building increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks toward the building. Now, you have to find the distance he walked toward the building. What the question is. First, you have to know what the question is. The solution is so simple. Maybe you will find sine, cosine, tangent, whatever. There is nothing else. Okay, suppose this is our building. This is our building. Now, if this one is our building, there is someone or a boy which is 1.5 meter tall, and the building is 30 meter. Now, what is the angle of elevation? Angle of elevation is between this part and the top. It means from 30 degree we have to subtract this part. So we will have this height. Am I right or not? Yes. 30 minus 1.5, which is 28.5. This is 28.5. Now, he's walking toward the building, and first angle is 30. When he approaches here, Now, what do you think? The angle of elevation is increasing. This is 60 degree. You have to find the distance he walked. Suppose this is x. Now, we have a triangle. This is 30 degree. Once again, it is 60 degree. This part is x, and this is given, which is 28.5. So you have to find x. Let me have the nomination on this one: A, B, C, and D. Now, for the first one, A, D, and C, it is a right angle triangle in which we have opposite, but the names are given, or the question is on adjacent. Definition between opposite and adjacent, it is tangent. So for 30 degree, we will define tangent of 30 is equal to 28.5 divided by what? Divided by this one. What this one is? I think it is x plus something, or AB plus BC. Am I right or not? Yes. AB plus BC. And tangent 30 is equal to 28.5. What AB is? X plus this one is, suppose, y. X plus y. And you know tangent 30 is 1 divided by root 3, which is 28.5 divided by x plus y. This is, or by cross multiplication, you will have root 3 times 28.5. This is our first equation. Second equation, we will have tangent of 60. 28.5 divided by y. Now, from here, you will find the value of y and put in the first equation. You will have the distance that this boy is walking toward the building. Tangent of 60 is root 3. 28.5 divided by y. So y is 28.5 divided by root 3. And we will put here x plus, and instead of this one, 28.5 divided by root 3 is equal to root 3, 28.5 5. Let me multiply both sides by root 3. You will have root 3x plus this root 3 with this root 3 is cancelled, 28.5. Root 3 with root 3, it's 3. 3 times 28.5. Now put this one to the right side. We will have root 3x is 328.5 minus 128.5. From 328.5, if you decrease one of them, it would be 228.5. If you minus this one, you will have 2 times 28.5 and divide both sides by root 3. So you will have 2 times this one, 2 times this one, it's I think 57. Am I right or not? Yes. And divided by root 3 meter. This is the value that we found. Write it, please. Question number 6. From a point of the ground, the angles of elevation of the bottom and the top of a transmission tower. Transmission means communication. Communication tower fixed at the top of a 20-meter high building are 45 and 60 respectively. Find the height of the tower. What does it mean? Suppose we have here a building. This is our building. The building height is 20 meters. Now we have in here a what? A transmission tower. This is our transmission tower. The angle of elevation of the bottom and the top of a transmission. This is the bottom of the transmission and this is the top. The angle of the bottom and the top. Bottom and the top is 45 and 60. What does it mean? From a point on the ground. This is a point on the ground. This is the angle of the bottom and this is the angle of the what? Angle of the top. First one is angle of bottom and the second one is angle of the top. They are respectively 45 and 60. 45 degree and 60. Now you have to find the what? The height of the tower. This one you have to find. H. What the question is, suppose this is our right angle triangle. We have a right angle triangle in which we have 2 degrees. This is 45. This one is 60 degree. This is A, it's B, and this one is C. Suppose this is D. BC, this one, it is given, which is height of the building. AB is not given, which is X. You have to find. Now, first, what do you think with the 45 and 60 degree? What sides are given? I think we have opposite. And we don't know this line, which is hypotenuse, and also we don't know this line, which is adjacent. Suppose our adjacent is y, which is same in 45 degree and 60 degree. Now I will define opposite with the adjacent. I think tangent. Tangent of 45. What is tangent of 45? It is opposite, which is 20, divided by adjacent, which is y. Tangent of 45, it's 1. 20 divided by y, and y is 20. We found this one. Am I right or not? Once again, it means we found adjacent. Once again, we will define tangent of 60, which is opposite. What opposite is? X plus 20 divided by adjacent, which is 20. I think you can solve for x. Tangent of 60, it is root 3 is equal x plus 20 divided by 20. X plus 20 is 20 root 3, and we will have x 20 root 3 minus 20, and we can have the factor 20 root 3 minus 1, which is meter. This is the height of the tower. Write it, please. Question number 7. A statue is 1.5 meter tall. It stands on the top of a pedestal. From the point of the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degrees. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is 45. Find the height of the pedestal. It's easy. Listen, this is ground. Yes, we have a pedestal. It means something like a tower. On this one, we have a statue. This is our statue. Am I right or not? Yes. Now, a statue is 1.5 meter tall. This height is given, which is 1.5 meter. Next, from the point of the ground, suppose this is a point of the ground, it is A. From this one, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue, this is the top of the statue, it is 60 degrees. And from the same point, it means from point A, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal, this is the top of the pedestal, this is 45 degrees. Now, find the height of the pedestal, this one. You have to find this part, which is h. Now, what do you think? We have a right angle triangle or not? Yes, we have. This is our right angle triangle. This point is A. It is 60 degrees. And this one is 45. This is given 1.5. It's not given, which is h. And we don't know this one also, x. It is a right angle triangle. Once again, relation between opposite and adjacent, which is tangent. Okay. First, we will define tangent of 45. What's tangent of 45? This part, opposite h divided by adjacent x. Tangent 45 is 1 h divided by x, which x is h. It means this one with this one, they are same. Now we will come on tangent of 60. For 60 degree, opposite is 1.5 plus h. And adjacent, which is x. Tangent 60 is root 3. 1.5 plus h, and instead of x, h. I think it's a one variable equation and you can solve. By the way, root 3h is equal 1.5 plus h. Put this h to the LHS, you will have root 3h minus h is 1.5. h is the factor between both of them. It's root 3 minus 1 is equal 1.5, and divide both sides by this number. 1.5 divided by root 3 minus 1. And the unit is meter. Write it, please. Question number 8. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of a tower is 30 degrees. What does it mean? Suppose we have a building here. Yes, this is our building. And we have a tower here. Now, the angle of elevation of the top of the building. This is top of building. Angle of elevation, it means from a horizontal line up to the top one. From the foot of the tower, this is the foot of the tower and this is the angle of elevation. This angle is given. It's what? It is, I think, 30 degrees. First one. Second, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower. This is the top of the tower. From the foot of the building, this is foot of the building. Am I right or not? Yes. It is 60 degrees. This angle is 60 degrees. If the tower is 50 meters high, this edge is given. This one is given 50 meters. Now, you have to find the height of the building, which is h. I think it's simple. First, does it look like a right angle triangle? Yes. We have here, this is our base. This angle is given 30. Second, we have another side here, and this angle is given 60. This is also given 50. You have to find this h. First, what quantities are given in 30 degree right angle triangle or in 60? I think in 60 degree. In 60 degree, you know this one, which is what? Which is opposite. And you don't know this distance, which is x. First, I will find x. And this x is shared with the 30 degree triangle also. I want to say for 60 degree, this is opposite and this one is adjacent. So we will define tangent of 60, which is 50 by x. Am I right or not? Yes. Now, tangent 60 is root 3, 50 by x. X is 50 divided by root 3. Now, this is given 50 by root 3. Now, come to this triangle. For 30 degree, this is opposite and this one is adjacent. Once again, tangent. Tangent of 30 degree is what? Opposite, which is h, by x, which is 50 divided by root 3. Tangent of 30 is 1 divided by root 3. This root 3 goes to numerator, root 3h divided by 50. Now, cross multiplication, this one with this one, root 3 with root 3, it's 3. 3h is 1 times 50 is 50. Divide both sides by 3. H is 50 divided by 3 meter. Write it, please. Question number 9. Two poles of equal are standing opposite each other of the road. What do you mean by pole? It's a kind of animal which we can find in snows area. By the way, they have equal height and are standing opposite each other of the road, which is 80 meters. Suppose this is a road. Now we have in here one of this animal, and we have here also. Now they are equal in height. Next, they are opposite of each other, in which the road wide is 80 meters. This one is the distance between these two are 80 meters, which is the width of the road. From a point between them, suppose there is a point, for example here. From this point, the angles of the elevation of the top of the poles are 60 and 30. Suppose this is the angle of elevation from horizontal line to the top of this one, it is 60, and from horizontal line to the top of this one, this is 30. Now you have to find h1. Second, the distance from the point, this distance and this distance. Suppose this one is x1 and this one is x2. I think it's like a triangle. We have width of the road, we have here equal height of the pole. Now this is a point, this angle is 60 and this angle is 30. It's h, this one is also h. You don't know this one x1 and you don't know x2, but you know x1 plus x2 is 80. This is the width or wide of the road. Yes. Now how you can define? Once again, I think tangent. For suppose tangent of 60 is h divided by x1. Am I right or not? Yes. Tangent of 60 is root 3. H divided by x1. H is root 3 x1. This is our first equation. Second, here, tangent of 30 is h divided by x2. Yes, tangent of 30 is 1 divided by root 3 is h divided by x2. So we can find root 3h is equal to x2. This is our second equation. And we have one equation else, x1 plus x2 is 80. So instead of what? We have another equation, x1 plus x2 is 80. This is our third equation. Now you have three variables, h, x1 and x2, and you have three equations. I think it's very simple. Okay, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Instead of x2, if I put root 3h, and instead of x1, we can put h divided by root 3. Am I right or not? Listen here. Instead of x1, h divided by root 3. H divided by root 3 plus instead of x2, root 3h is 80. Now multiply both sides by root 3. You will have h plus 3h is 80 root 3. 3h with 1h, it's 4h is equal to 80 root 3. H is 80 divided by 4, 20 root 3 meter. This is your h. Now you can put instead of h here you will find x2, and also you can find x1. Listen here, h is root 3 x1. Am I right or not? Yes. Instead of h, 20 root 3 is equal to root 3 x1. Root 3 with root 3, it's cancelled. X1 is 20. If x1 is 20, all of them is 80, so this one should be 60. X2 is x2 is 8t minus x1 or not? x2 is 8t minus this part. Yes, x2 is, instead of x1, 20, 8t minus 20, 60. Write it, please. Question number 10. A TV tower stands on a bank of a canal from a point on the other bank directly opposite the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degrees. From another point 20 meters away from this point on the line joining this point to the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Now, you have to find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. What does it mean? It means, suppose this is our ground. In here, we have a tower. This tower is located on a bank of the canal. There is a canal in here. In this part, in one bank, we have a tower. Which tower? TV tower on one bank of the canal. From a point on the other bank directly opposite the tower. This is our tower. The opposite side is here. So if this one is A, this is B. From here, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degrees. This is our angle of elevation. It is 60 degrees. Am I right? Yes. Now, from another point 20 meters away from this point of the line joining this point to the foot of the tower. This is the foot of the tower. From another point 20 meters away, 20 meters away here, which is C. This distance is 20 meters, and this point, join this one, join this line to the foot of the tower. Am I right or not? Yes. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30. Once again, this is angle of elevation, which is 30 degrees. Now, you have to find the height of the tower. You don't know this one, h. Second, the width of the tower, and you don't know this one, x. I think it's easy. If you think deeply, you will have one triangle with 60 degrees, another triangle with 30 degrees. This distance is CB, which is 20, and BA we don't know, it's x, and this is our D point, which is H, and this is our right angle triangle. Now, relation between the height and adjacent. What do you think? I think, once again, tangent. If we define tangent of 60, it is opposite divided by adjacent, which is x. This one is root 3 h by x, and h is root 3x. This is our first equation. If we want to define tangent 30 degrees, it is opposite h divided by adjacent 20 plus x. What tangent 30 degrees? It's 1 divided by root 3. Am I right or not? Yes. H divided by 20 plus x. And instead of h, you can put root 3x. Root 3x. Now, this is a one variable equation. Root 3x times root 3, it's 3x. 1 times this one, 20 plus x. We have 2x is equal to 20, x is 10. X is width of the canal. And put here, you will find h. h is root 3x. h is root 3 instead of x, 10. Then you have 10 root 3 meter. This is the height of the TV tower. Write it, please. Question number 11. From the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of the cable tower is 60 degrees. The angle of depression of its foot is 45. Determine the height of the tower. What do you mean? Suppose we have a what? We have a building here. This is our building. Now, from the top of a 7-meter high building, it means we have a balcony here, and this one is a point someone is looking. From a which height? This height is 7 meters. There is a cable tower. This is a cable tower. Now the angle of elevation of the cable tower is 60 degrees. What's angle of elevation? Horizontal line and the top part. This is 60. Am I right? Yes. And the angle of depression. What's angle of depression? Horizontal line and the foot part. This one. This is 45. Now you have to determine the height of the tower. This one you have to find. H. And you know h is consistent from this part, which is x, and y. I mean h is x plus y. One thing you know, that this 7 meter is the height of the depression. It means y. So y is 7 meter. It means we have found this part. In this triangle, and below triangle, if I define tangent 45, it would be y divided by y opposite divided by this part. This part is a. Y divided by a. Tangent 45 is what? 1. So y divided by a, then a is y. And you know y is 7, so a is 7. It means distance between the building and the tower is 7 meters. Okay, now come to the angle of elevation. Tangent of 60 is equal to x divided by a. Tangent of 60, this one is what? This one is root 3. X we don't know, and a is 7. So x is 7 root 3. Now we don't want x, but we want h. H is x plus y. So h is x is 7 root 3 plus y is 7. H is 7. You can take as a factor. You will have the remaining root 3 plus 1 meter. This is the height of the cable tower. Write it, please. Question number 12. As observed from the top of a 25-meter high building from the sea level, the angles of depression of two shapes are 30 degrees and 45. If one shape is exactly behind the other on the same side of the building, find the distance between the two shapes. What do you mean? Suppose there is a sea or whatever is. Now we have a building with the same sea level. In here we have a building Now, there is one shape here, which is A, another shape is B. They are exactly behind of each other. This building height is 25 meter. From the top, the angle of depression for this one and for this one, it's given. What angle of depression is? 30 degree and 45 degree. One is 30 and the next one is 45 degree. One is 30 degree and the next one is 45 degree. You know what is angle of depression? Horizontal line and the foot one. What's angle of elevation? Horizontal with the top one. Am I right or not? Now, what the question is, you have to find this distance. What the distance is. Now, how we can do? What do you think? Angle of elevation, both of them. One is 30 degree and the next one is 45. You have to find this distance. What do you think? Can you solve? Indeed we have. If I have this one, what this degree is? I think it is 30. Why? Because this line with this line, they are parallel with each other, and we have a cross line here. Listen, this line with this line, they are parallel. We have a cross in here. Now if this one is 30 degree, this one is also 30 and this one is also 30 degree. I think I've got. If this one is 45, this angle, so this is also 45. It means we have a triangle in which one is 30 degree, the next one is 45. We have this height which is 25 and we don't know x. A, B, C, we have D. Now if you define tangent 45, let me put this one as y. Y is the distance between BC. So tangent 45 is opposite 25 by y. Am I right or not? Yes. Tangent 45, it's 1, 75 by 1 by y. Y is 75. Now tangent 30 degree is opposite 75 by adjacent x plus y. Am I right? Yes. Tangent 30 is 1 divided by root 3, 25 x instead of y, 25. Now you can solve for x. So it would be x plus 75 is 25 root 3. X would be 25 root 3 minus 25. Take 25 as a factor. You will have 25 times root 3 minus 1 meter. This is the distance between A and B. Write it, please. Question number 13. A 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in horizontal line at a height of 88.1.2 meter. What does it mean? It means, suppose this is our ground. There is a small girl in which height is 1.2 meter. We have a balloon here. This balloon is located in A and the height from the ground is 88.2 meter. Now the angle of the elevation of the balloon from the ice at any distance is 60 degree. It means first when she looks to the balloon, this one is 60 degree. After some times, the angle of elevation is reduced by 30 degrees. After some time, this balloon moves by the what? By the wind in horizontal line. It means this one moves here. This one moves here. Now, when she looks, this is the angle of elevation. This one is 30 degrees. What should we do? After some time, the angle of elevation reduced by 30. Now find the distance traveled by the balloon. You have to find this distance, this one, x. One thing you know, that we have a right angle triangle. First one is 60 degrees. Second one with the same height, this is 30 degrees. Now you have to find this x, and you know the opposite. What opposite is? Opposite is not 88.2. It is 88.2 from the ground, but from angle of elevation it is 88.2 minus this tall. It means 88.2 minus 1.2. It is what? 87 meter. So this is 87. This one is also 87. Now you have to find x. What should we do? Once again, tangent of 60. It is 87 divided by this part. 60. This is A, it's B. Opposite divided by adjacent. This one is root 3, 87 by y. So y is what? 87 divided by root 3. This is y. I'm sorry. Now, once again, come to the definition of tangent of 30 degrees. It is what? It is opposite 87 divided by adjacent, which is y plus x. This one is 1 divided by root 3, 87, instead of y, 87 divided by root 3 plus x. Please, you have to solve and comment your answers. I think you have got. Write it, please. Question number 14. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. A man stands at the top of a tower, observes a car at an angle of depression 30 degrees, which is approaching to the foot of the tower with a uniform speed. 6 seconds later, the angle of depression is found to be 60 degrees. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. What does it mean? Suppose this is our road. Am I right or not? Yes. We have a tower here. This is the tower. A man is locating in this point, which is A. He observes a car here. This is a car with a uniform speed. It means the speed is not changing, increasing or decreasing. This point is suppose B. He observes with the angle of elevation of 30 degrees. You know one thing, if the angle of elevation is 30 degrees, from this part, angle of depression, angle of depression is 30 degrees, so angle of elevation is also 30 degrees. After some times, this car approaches here, which is C point. Now angle of depression is 60 degrees. The angle of elevation is also 60. Depression is 60, elevation is also 60. This time is given from B point to C point, it is 6 seconds. Time is 6 seconds. Now the question is, how much time, the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point up to this part, which is D, which is the foot of the tower. How much time does it take? This is the question. What do you think? You have a right angle triangle in which this is 30 degrees, and once again it is 60. This is B point, this is C point, this is D, and this one is A. This time is given, BC. BC distance is not given, time is given. T is 6 seconds. You have to find CD time. This time you have to find. Now, if I define tangent of 30, it is, let me put this distance x, this distance as y, and this one as h. It is h divided by x plus y. Am I right or not? Yes. If you define tangent of 60, it is h divided by y. Am I right? Yes. Now, this is your first equation. This is your second equation. Tangent 30, it is 1 divided by root 3 is equal h divided by x plus y. This one is root 3 h divided by y. If I want to divide both equation, this is first equation, second equation. So 1 divided by root 3 divided by root 3 is equal this one divided by this one, h by x plus y divided by h by y. H is cancelled. This one is 1 divided by 3. So in here, what do you have? Y divided by x plus y. If you simplify this one, it would be 3y is x plus y, and we have 2y is equal to x. It means the distance is, this is 2y and this one is x. X is 2 times of this one. Distance is, x is 2y. What do you mean x is 2y? It means this distance is 2 times of this one. It means y is half of this one. Y is half of x. So if x distance traveled in 6 seconds, what do you think? How many times y need? Y is half of x, so y need half of this time. It means y distance need how many times? Y is half of x or not? Yes. If x takes 6 seconds, then y takes half of 6 seconds. It means time of y is 3 seconds. Write it, please. Last question. The angle of elevation of a tower from the 2 points at a distance of 4 meters and 9 meters from the base of the tower and in the same straight line with 8 are complementary. Prove that the height of the tower is 6 meters. What does it mean? Suppose we have a tower here. From 2 points. One is A, the next one is B. The angle of elevation, this is the angle of elevation for this one, and this is the angle of elevation for the next one. Am I right or not? You have to make a straight line. Now, from point which is 4 meters and 9 meters, this distance is 4 meters. And this distance is 9 meters. These angles are complementary. What does it mean? If this one is theta, this one is 90 minus theta. What are complementary angles? If the summation of the angle is 90 theta, this one is 90 minus theta. It means if this one is 20, this is 90 minus 20, which is 20, and 20 plus 20, it's 90. Now you have to prove the height of the tower is 6. This height h, it is 6, but you have to prove it that it should be 6 meters. By the way, first I will define tangent of theta, which is h divided by this one, 4. This is our first equation. Second, I will define tangent of 90 minus theta. It is h divided by this line adjacent, which is 9. And you know tangent 90 minus theta, it is cotangent. Cotangent of theta, which is h divided by 9. This is our second equation. Can we multiply first equation with the second equation? Yes. Tangent theta times cotangent theta is equal h divided by 4 times h divided by 9. You know one thing, tangent theta is equal to cotangent theta is reciprocal of the tangent. 1 divided by tangent theta. H times h square. 4 times 9, it is 36. This is cancelled. Now cross multiplication, h square is 36. Take root side of both of them, h is plus minus 6. Since h cannot be negative for elevation, but for depression it is minus. Why? H is located below your horizontal line, but this is elevation angle. For the elevation angle, it should be positive 6. H is 6 meter. Hence, it is proved. I think you have got. Write it, please. By the way, it was all in our 7th lecture. See you soon. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.